I'm very honored to be here at the dedication of the Pritzker Military Library, going to a wonderful historic building and to the preservation of this building. And to me, it shows you we respect the past, we live in the present, but we're always looking to the future, and that's what this dedication is all about. And to the men and women of the military, I thank them again, continually, for their great commitment to our country and to the world. This is an exceptional country. Because of the men and women that have been in the military since the beginning, fighting for freedom, not only here, but throughout the world. We always remind ourselves continually that we place our young men and women in harm's way, and we must do everything possible to protect them at all times, and also making sure that as they return to our country, wherever they be, that life will be better for them, whether in the private sector or public sector, as men and women in the military, as public servants, or as they leave. We have to make sure that we recognize them continually in this day and age. Of course, libraries are very close to my heart, as well as the education system of our city, and that is the future. All libraries, public or private, are important for us today, and I thank Colonel Pritzker for his great involvement, his commitment of this military library here, not only for Chicago, the United States, but for the world. In a sense that he's giving people opportunities to visit, opportunities to learn an environment, and opportunities to read history. In order to understand the present and understand, you have to read the history. And military is all part of this history of the world, and those who don't read it don't understand the world today. And that's truly unfortunate, because I think this library is so important part of American history, and so important part about democracy in the world. And even today, it's so relevant in what is taking place throughout the world. So this state-of-the-art facility truly represents a commitment by Colonel Pritzker and his involvement in it. And I thank him for his extraordinary deeds, not only the books, the collections, and all the seminars they host here, but most importantly, his involvement with the city continually, not only with the armed forces, but our junior ROTC program in our public schools. It's the largest in the country, our junior ROTC program. And if you look at the academic performance of our ROTC program, is high above the average of high schools here in the city and urban communities. The attendance is 90-some%. Academic excellence is moving. Rickover Academy is one of the finest math and science academies in less than 4 or 5 years. It shows you. And at that time, when we decided to do it, we had opposition from some teachers. They said we were producing warmongers. They don't understand the history. They should have went back to their history classes and understand the military sacrifice was for democracy and freedom, not only here but throughout the world. And that is one of the most successful programs in the country. Recently, more and more young men and women from our public high school are going to the military academies. And every year there's 2, 3, 4, or 5 graduating from the various military academies that do come back to our city. We recognize them, they go back in the community and talk about their great experience. Again, that is something that I want to thank the Pritzker Military Library for really helping us on that. The annual convention of Medal of Honor recipients, it's amazing for me as mayor to meet these truly heroes that did extraordinary deeds that the way they present themselves is something that they're exceptional and rare people. The bravery they had and what they did in a military fight. It's amazing to meet them, and we had great honor, and Ed and Colonel really helped us promote this here in the city, and just to say thank you to their families, and how they went back in their communities and just became average citizens and just worked and did things that they thought this extraordinary deed, the Congressional Medal of Honor recipient, was something they did, but it was just, it went back to their life. I mean, it's amazing. And so to me, was it really, when we had the convention here, is something that everybody should truly be proud of. But most importantly, the Colonel, I want to thank you for your great commitment to our city, outstanding family. We know that. In Chicago, in America, we have families who give back to the community. And it's really, and you go around the rest of the world, there's no other country like that. Individual people, foundations, business, just they want to do some good deeds. It's amazing, and we should just count how many times this takes place, not only in a city but in our country, and to have to reinforce the confidence. I just came back from China, and I told people, we have to get confidence back in America. You know, our forefathers and those who sacrificed, and it's a great country. I mean, you know we have problems, but I firmly believe we can get beyond these. I mean, when you look at history and the problems before, these are not real problems. These are solvable things. And I firmly believe that, because if you read military history and the sacrifice for our country and the world, then all these problems can be overcome. And I firmly believe that. I thank you for your great commitment to this library personally, and your great commitment to the military and to another generation of young men and women who become leaders, because they have come here, they will come here to read something, all of a sudden in the seminars, discussion groups, and essays, and become a leader not only in the military, but throughout the world. Congratulations and thank you. Thank you. Thank you.